the Downstairs Theater. I'm Jen.
I'm Jess.
What are we going to talk about today?
I'm not really
Oh,
sure.
hell no.
When I said to bring in the women's, this isn't what I had in mind.
Let's do it right this time. I'm Joe.
I'm Jen.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Lewis, and you're watching Downstairs Theater.
Welcome to episode 5 of Downstairs Theater. What do we have today, Lou?
Well, I'm going to show you some tore up cars. Jen, what do you got?
Alright, I'm going to show you some Japanese musical toys. What do you got, Jess?
I'm going to take you to the streets of New York to eavesdrop on people. Joe?
I'm going to show you BinaryZoo.com. It's got some free games.
Alright, let's get the show started.
Hey, if you come in and dance with me, I'll buy you a drink.
No thanks, they have a $5 cover here.
Fine. If you come in and dance with me, I'll give you $5.
I don't dance.
Well, I think you're hot.
That's really okay. Oh, whoa, watch out, you're setting yourself on fire.
Well, I'm on fire for you, baby!
No, I haven't seen our homeless guy lately.
We have a homeless guy?
Yeah, he lives on that mattress underneath our building.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope he's okay. I haven't seen him all week.
Hey, you know you're a New Yorker when you worry about where your homeless guy is.
So this is overheardnewyork.com. This is two guys here, publisher and editor, and 8 million of their closest friends.
Now in this case, the 8 million closest friends would be the submitters from around the New York area. If they hear something on the street, in a restaurant, whatever, if it's funny, they might send it in and share it with people. I think there's some seriously funny stuff in here. It's just, you know, you dig, you look around. They have a archive down. They have their own picks for their probably the favorite quotes.
I like it. They're totally awesome. Totally awesome quotes here. So you've got all your favorites. It's RSS, so you can subscribe to it. Find something you like, you've got an email section for sending it to your friends.
It looks like they're even putting out a book, and it also looks like he is working on a new submission thing called Overheard in the Office.
The other day when we were talking about websites for the show, you brought this up to me, and it was when I heard Overheard in New York, living in New York for a few years, I was like, oh my gosh, I've heard a few weird things there. What was it that drew you to the site?
It's a really entertaining read. You gotta go through. There's some serious gems in here. I thought it was pretty funny. It's something that you can just scroll through and get a good laugh out of. So that's Overheard in New York. Check it out.
Welcome to the segment to talk about BinaryZoo.com. BinaryZoo is a couple of guys that got together and basically make games for free on the internet. You go to their site, BinaryZoo.com, download any of the 3 games and play them for free. Now, the 3 games, one is Mono, another one's called Duo. Both of these games are shooters. Mono's kind of styled after Asteroids, Robotron, as they quote on their site. Duo's modeled after, say, like a Space Invaders type game. Duotris is the 3rd game on their site, and it's a puzzle game modeled after any kind of block falling game, your Dr. Mario Tetris style games. And the thing that makes these games different is the BinaryZoo guys put a twist on the game, and the twist is usually something very innovative that makes the gameplay a lot of fun and very creative. In Mono, the Asteroids style game, the twist is the involvement of colors. Where you shoot your enemies is as important as just destroying them. Whereas Asteroids, you just kill, or any typical shooter game like that, you just shoot and destroy. This game, it's very important to accurately kill the enemy where you want them to be able to change the screen color. In Duo, which is a shooter where you start at the bottom of the screen and you shoot up at circles that come down at you into smaller circles, the twist is that the environment that you're playing in is very fluid. You might start out in the middle of the match, you might start at the bottom, you might actually be moving as you're going up and down. You might have to shoot in front and behind you as elements come at you, and we'll show you that. In Duotris, the thing is, it's a block falling game, but you have to control 2 screens at once, one facing up, one facing down. And the other thing is, there's power-ups that might do things like randomize block colors or screw up the way your controls are. The up and down aspect of that is the biggest innovation I've seen in the game that makes it both frustrating and a lot of fun. Now these games have a couple other features that they all share. Custom soundtracks, something that I've been dying for in PC games forever. For like little simple freeware games to do, these guys do it in all their games. You have a My Music folder, dump your MP3s, it's that simple, you get custom soundtracks for any game. They also have leaderboards. If you're playing the game, you get a high score, you can upload it to their servers. It's all integrated in the game, and you can see how you're doing against your friends. Now, me being from an 80s arcade player, when you're playing like a game like Pac-Man or Asteroids, that's all you had was the high score. The fact that I can go online and upload my high score and compare it to others, that was an exciting feature for me. So, we're going to take a look at all three games. We'll start out with Mono. Here we go.
Mono is a fun little arcade game where it starts out looking kind of like Asteroids. The way they describe it is part Asteroids, part Robotron, and part Paint Shop Pro. The thing that makes it unique and creative is that as you're shooting the enemies of these colored blobs, they actually color the background of the screen. And there's two things about this. One is, the point of the game is to color the entire background of the screen the opposite of whatever you start out, so basically invert it. Start out with a black screen, you want to shoot all these blobs of color on top of each other to make it a white screen and vice versa. This makes not only what you shoot, but where you shoot it an important aspect of the strategy of the game. The other thing is, the colors of the game have meaning. If you create a blotch of red, and the enemy crosses over that red blotch, it affects how their AI behaves. So, red causes enemies to be more likely to return fire, green causes enemies to move faster, and blue causes enemies to home in on players. So if you create a giant blotch of blue on the right side of the screen, all the enemies over there are going to home in on you. So you got to kind of keep things spread out, or take a look at your background and look at the dominant colors to understand how the enemies are going to react. This also makes all the games very different. The other nice thing is there's 20 different weapon power-ups, there's shield power-ups, and there's what's called smart bombs. The things that made this game remarkable to me were the easy learning curve, the great use of colors and special effects, and the really fast gameplay. Mono is a fun game. If you just have 5 minutes, you want to pick up something and go play with it. Small download, tons of fun. If you prefer shooters where instead of flying around the screen and worrying about things hitting you, you kind of lock to a plane similar to Space Invaders, then Duo is more your type of game. Again, it's another shooter. You've still got weapon power-ups. You're going to have basically it's almost like a Binary Zoo trademark. You can have a bunch of explosions, bunch of color, tons of gun types, and bullets flying everywhere. I find myself playing Duo a lot more than Mono. Of the two games, it's a more complete game. Mono at this point was a test project. So you're going to have a lot more variety as far as game modes, variety in levels. You've got a survivor mode, which is really wild. Everything is just random. Random types of levels, the walls might be closing in, the part that you're locked to might be going up and down. The enemies come at you at random speeds, random types. You might get indestructible enemies in the second or third wave. So the survival mode was a if I don't have a lot of time and I don't feel like earning up through the levels to get to a harder level, that was where I'd start out. So similar to Mono, if you like shooters, another free, fast, small download, full-featured release from Binary Zoo, and this one's called Duo. If you were to compare Mono to Asteroids and think of Duo as a really, really hyped up Space Invaders, then Duotris would be a really hopped up block puzzle game where you match 3 colors and it basically clears the line, kind of similar like the Dr. Mario type game. The thing that makes it extremely hard, frustrating, and fun is you're doing it in 2 directions at the same time, so you're basically playing 2 fields, an upper and a lower. This blows out most strategies that I've ever used on any block puzzle game, because if you're using a strategy to build up your top blocks, you probably might screw up whatever's going on below. Having to think about both sides at the same time, you almost feel like you're playing a 2-player game alone. The nice thing is, though, it's a block puzzle game. It's meant to be challenging. It's meant to be a puzzle. And they just took the puzzle to the next level. And in Binary Zoo fashion, added a bunch of techno music and great explosive effects to it. Now, Duotris has 2 modes. One is an arcade mode that they describe on their site as fast-paced, power-up enhanced. Some of these power-ups are kind of evil, though. For instance, one of them reverses the inputs to the game, so left becomes right and vice versa. It's bad enough that I have things coming from the top and the bottom of the screen. The last thing I need to do is not know where left and right are. The other mode, Classic, slower, more strategic, but equally challenging, as quoted from their site. This is more if you're more into the puzzle stuff, you're not really wanting the arcade feel, and you just want to try to deal with top and bottom Tetris-style gameplay, then this is the way to go. This is another one of their games that feels a lot more complete. It's got a ton of modes, a ton of levels, a ton of challenge. The games are very well documented. If you're into the puzzle games, I definitely recommend giving this one a try. That's all I have for BinaryZoo.com. I'd like to thank them for letting us feature them on our show, and for creating 3 killer games that are very different, very addictive, and very fun.
Hey Jen, you know what I hate?
What do you hate?
I hate cars that are silver.
Oh, is it because they're everywhere, and if someone's going to cut you off, it's going to be one of those people that paid too much for their car and it's silver?
No, I just want to smash them with a rubber hammer.
Oh, well, I got a perfect site for you. We should check out wreckedexotics.com.
Does it have silver cars that are smashed on it?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Alright, see, this is what I was talking about right here. This is wreckedexotics.com. Right on the front page, we got a wrecked silver car. I love it.
Okay, this is the internet's largest collection of exotic wrecked car photos, and people come here and either submit pictures of their own car that they've wrecked or cars that they've driven by and probably snickered when they saw a Ferrari missing half of its hood. As you see, they get a fair bit of updates. They look about once a month, maybe once every month and a half. There's about 60 photos, so there's a fair bit of content out there. You can go through and look at all the cars by type if you have a preference of wrecked vehicle you would like to check out.
Do you have a preference vehicle you'd like to check out?
Well, I see there's a Zonda up there. I'd like to see what one of those looks like. I'm sure the insurance company was pretty happy about that.
Okay.
Oh, man. I'm not sure I want to know what the red stuff is, but it's
think
silver. We'll note that it's silver.
It is a silver car. Is that a fire hydrant?
I can't really tell.
It looks like some sort of fire hydrant exploding out of the side of this car.
Yeah, it's pretty torn up. I don't know how much those go for. We actually got an interview from the webmaster, and this site been up for about 4 years. I guess when he was a little kid, he used to make drawings of wrecked cars and used to wreck his Matchbox cars. And when he got older, he started taking pictures whenever he'd take his camera with him, take pictures of whenever he saw wrecked cars. And when the internet came on, he decided that
what better forum than the internet
to send this stuff around.
So we asked the author of this website how many folks worked on it, and he says he's the only person that runs it, and he also runs a website called exoticspotter.com. He actually has never wrecked a car himself, but he's had some close calls, and he's also been in the passenger seat of a car that's been wrecked. He's definitely been a lot more careful driver once he started seeing all the wrecks that get submitted to his own site. So the author says one of the things he thought was cool is there was a Ferrari Enzo wrecked in Houston a couple years ago, and the police had blocked it off so nobody could see the wreck. Somebody that visits the site saw the scene and went up to the cop and said he was taking pictures for that website, and the officer knew of the website, so he let him come through and take the pictures. So, you know, after looking at all these pictures, it looks like I really don't need to take a hammer to these cars because these folks seem to do it quite well on their own. If you want to check out more pictures like this, what's the website?
wreckedexotics.com.
So Jen, what are these?
These are called Cubees. They were a toy that originally came out in Japan. We can now get them in the United States, but they're still really limited to get.
Those things are so cute.
Aren't they cute? They got like a little dog, a little cat.
So where did you get these?
I actually I got them on eBay. I got the first 6 as a birthday gift, and then I collected the other 10.
So you became addicted, and now your house is going to be overrun with Cubees.
I think I own them all now. I don't think they're anymore, but yeah, they're everywhere. So I'll show you what they do. They play music, so I'll show you that you hold it up, and then you just push this little button here.
It's really, really cute.
And so the cool thing about them is their little feet actually have little connectors, and you connect them together, and then they'll sing. The top one sings lead, and they sing in harmony, and the bottom one sings backup. So.
I can totally tell why these are popular.
They're really cool. And so you can stack them in any way. You can put them in a triangle. Alright, let's see. Then, okay, so these are the original ones. These are the original Cubee ones. Then Disney came out with a whole mess of them, and I actually was just cruising through eBay, and I found them. These 6 aren't compatible with these 10, but each one of the 6 know 3 unique songs, and the other ones sing backup for the 3. So you can put them in. You can put them in a pyramid, and they'll all sing together.
Oh, I cannot wait for this.
But I'll actually show you the Disney ones because they're different. These are fairly standard, just to make kind of cute little noises, and then these sing and they'll whistle and do a couple other things. So you can stack all these. You can help if you want.
Poor Mickey.
Let's put Tigger on top.
Okay.
Because he's singing sleep. There you go.
Alright.
You want to do the honors?
I would love to.
There you go.
Cubees.
These are Cubees. You can find them on eBay, and that's the only place I found them. So good luck.
Go get yours.
Go get yours.
Thank you for watching this episode of Downstairs Theater.
We'd like to thank Jen and Jess for joining our team.
The show is brought to you by the letter T.
And the number 5.
Dude, they just did the Sesame Street.
T is for toes.
I'm just here for the crumpets.
Crumpets.
Oh, you can't have the water in the shot.
Why not?
Because we can't endorse water.
Okay.
When we said we were bringing in the women's, this isn't what we had in mind.
What did you have in mind?
We don't have a line after that. All right. Oh, I thought I was doing it.
All right.
Why did you just throw a fireball at me? Hey, Jen.
Hey, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Great.
I had the Golden Girls song in my head, sorry. No, they were like giving each other hair tips and we're sitting out here going, huh? You guys don't have your feet crossed anymore. Now I'm the only one without my feet crossed. That was cute.